India's cheapest smartphone is just 251 rupees. Uber wants to create 75,000 jobs. A boxed Galaxy S7 Edge appears, and a lot more in today's news. It's day 48, 2016, and you're watching FoneArena Daily, your everyday fix of technology news. Freedom 251 from Ringing Bells is the cheapest smartphone ever made in India at Rs. 251. Yes, the price tag is real and the specs are just unreal for this price. Check this out. It's got a 4-inch QHD screen, 1.3 GHz quad-core processor, 1 GB of RAM, 8 GB of storage, a 3.2 megapixel rear-facing camera with flash, a VGA front-facing camera, a 1450 mAh battery, 3G and dual SIM connectivity, Android 5.1 Lollipop. All this just for 251 rupees. How is that even possible? Well, the list of preloaded apps from the government might indicate that it is subsidized, meaning the government wants to sell this phone to a lot of people who can't afford any smartphone. For example, the cheapest smartphone might be 3,000 or 4,000 rupees, but even that is mostly inaccessible to poor people. So this price tag at 251 rupees might help a lot of those people and might be a secondary phone for a lot of us. But I have a question for you at the end. Stay tuned. Uber is making news today by signing a deal with the Maharashtra government to create 75,000 jobs. Under this MOU, Uber will be training women and people from the marginalized sectors of society and bringing them into the fold by giving them opportunities for individual entrepreneurship for the platform, of course, which is Uber. Basically, Uber is facing tough competitive pressures from the Asian markets, especially in India and China. So Uber is looking at moves into gaining market share, or rather creating jobs for drivers. Basically, taxi drivers sign up with Uber as an individual entrepreneur. So they want to create more taxi drivers in Maharashtra. I guess that's good for Uber and the Maharashtra people as well. The Samsung Galaxy S7 Edge has shown up again, this time in a retail box in Dubai. It was put up for sale on Dubai's version of Craigslist called Dubidzil for about 83,000 rupees. That's how much a pre-release leak costs, I guess. It looks pretty much the same as we had seen from the renders and the leaks and such, and it seems the camera hump is there, and from the box content it seems that the micro USB cable is there instead of a Type-C connector. So there you go, that's what you get with the Galaxy S7 Edge. Samsung has also announced a new processor today. This is for the mid-range devices, and it's the new Exynos 7 Octa 7870. This is what it has. It has 8 ARM Cortex A53 CPUs running at 1.6 GHz. It's got a 14 nanometer FinFET process, which reduces the thermal output and obviously reduces the power consumption. There is Cat6 LTE speeds up to 300 Mbps, and the resolution support is 1920 by 1200 with 1080p 60 FPS video playback. So the Exynos Octa 7870 will be available for mid-range devices and is competing with the Qualcomm Snapdragon 625 octa-core processor, which is also based on the same 14 nanometer technology. So in case you're interested, the links are in the description below. You can read more about it. And finally, Apple has decided to withdraw the iPhone 4S and 5C from the Indian market. The sub 20,000 category is always hotly contested, and it's full of phones from the Android ecosystem. So iPhone might have had a tough time at gaining market share with this practice, which was the original intention of Apple. So the 4S was selling at 12,000 rupees and the 5C was selling at 20,000 rupees. It surely gained some market share, but it seems like Apple just wants to sell costlier phones from now on, or it could be strategic timing considering the launch of the iPhone 5 SE happening on the March 15th. And Apple wants to open stores in India, and Apple wants to sell refurbished phones too. So this could be strategic timing, but yeah, there is the news. So that kind of brings us to today's question. The Freedom 251 is India's cheapest smartphone at 251 rupees. But at that price, what do you expect? Could this be another Akash tablet, or could this be something else? Let us know in the comment section below on what you think, and that's about it for today's show. Hope you enjoyed it, and thanks for watching.